Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Vries. Today is the Chinese New Year. We're entering the year of the snake. We just left the year of the dragon. We can sure feel that. Happily say goodbye to that. Dragons breathing fire. We've dealt with more than enough of that in Los Angeles. But what I wanted to talk about today was the proclivity in our country right now to base all of our joys and fears and hopes and losses on our president. And what a folly that is to the daily experience of your own human life, your own sense of well-being, your own sense of happiness and inner fulfillment. I've quoted before Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who was a Nobel Prize winner in literature many years ago in Russia. He was an activist. He was against the Russian government, the communist government, and he wrote many fabulous books, one in particular called From Under the Rubble, in which he talks of the source of communism and how it affected the people and the souls of the people. And he was a very soulful man. And so they threw him in jail, they beat him, they took away his food, they threw him a dry crust of bread. And one has to remember, this was all happening in Siberia, which has got absolutely horrific freezing temperatures. And he was sitting in there with the other prisoners, and they came up to him. They said, "Are you going to relent now? Are you going to toe the line?" And he looked at them and he said, "You can beat me, you can take away my food, you can take away my family, you can put me in a cell, I can be freezing, but in my mind, I am free." I read that book when I was 17 years old, and then a few years after that, I picked up a book by J. Krishnamurti called Freedom from the Mind. Now, when I talk about the mind, I'm talking about the left brain conditioned judgmental jumping to conclusions mind. I'm not talking about the right hemisphere of the brain, which is this great overseer, this connection to our soul, this imaginative, creative part of our beingness that actually feeds the left brain. And when they work well in comfort together, the left side of the brain being more about how we get what we want in life. It's more of they call it the apprehending, Ian McGilchrist calls it the apprehending mind. The right side of the brain being the comprehending, overseeing, seeing many options when you have a problem, seeing many difficulties, but rearranging them so that you can get through them with wisdom and imagination and create new pathways for your own neural expression. So getting back to now, what we're doing, we're not realizing the capacity of what energy is. We're not realizing what the capacity of focused thought is. So we think, well, if we sit one day and we meditate and it's all like, bring me abundance and the man of my dreams and all this stuff we ask for all the time, rather than going into a softening and a breathing and a connection with that massive, huge, cosmic soul that has no boundaries, no limitation, this ocean of possibilities. Instead of that, we've been going into focusing all our energies on the actions of our president. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't be vigilant or we shouldn't find solutions or we shouldn't take it lying down. Obviously, we need to speak up, we need to speak our truth, but let's understand that the true essence of happiness, the true essence of an inner peace of mind, the essence of our beingness is a state of joy, peace, illumination, passion, expressiveness, and it is not contingent on what's going on in the outside world. So it's not contingent if the person beside you on Facebook or your next door neighbor tells you how great you are, how wonderful you are, or concurrent or opposite tells you how horrible you are and that you look old or you this or this or this. In other words, we are allowing Donald Trump's actions to define how we feel about our own existence. We're defining ourselves by the people he chooses. We're going into doom and gloom. And, but basically, I always return to Gandhi. You find that peace in yourself, you spread that peace in the world. That lies within you. And I feel the most important thing we can do right now is to, the kitty's licking herself, so that camera is moving. The most important thing we could do right now is to really allow ourselves, if we can't do it all at once, to take short breaks for reflection on our existence and on what brings joy to us, and what are we doing what we love. Now, I know there are people in this world that have jobs that they kind of can't just ditch the job and right away go and do something else. But at least when you come home or when you have spare time, to be filling yourself with what really brings joy to you. And wherever you are, in whatever situation, whatever work you're in, whatever job, whatever, driving in the car, to go into that place of balance within, and to be able to truly find a homeostasis, a sense of peace, a sense of inner flowing with what is. We suffer when we do not flow. We lose the moment when we do not flow. So going into a state of allowing, okay, all of this is going on out there, but I can still go out and do my gardening, or I can work at my art, or I can phone someone that I love dearly, or I can help somebody that's having troubles. I can do my part to make this world a better place. In each moment, in each day, I can find joy. I can take time for myself and feel the love coursing through me, or hold someone on my healing table and feel the beauty of that. That has nothing to do with what's going on in our government. We have to get out of the actions of other people destroying our sense of well-being. It's extremely important that because what people don't realize is if we go into a state of isolation or loneliness or desperation or desolation or stay in grief too long, all of these things have a profound effect on our physical, emotional, and mental health. Thank you. I'm going to close now. I've got a phone call coming in.